Hi, it's Lindy Royer here from Meadows Pilates and Physical Therapy in Lone Tree and creator of the Body Truth program. This is part of our indoor golf series, and today we're going to talk about the spine, which we looked at in the last video more from a static perspective of how things line up in the spine and the fact that the spine is shaped sort of like a double S curve. It's not really straight when you look at it from the side. It is straight when you look at it from the front. And I got a spine today that is actually disarticulated from the rest of the body. So you can see this arrangement of a wider base and a narrower top. It's sort of like a big long pyramid or a big long triangle in the way it's designed. Today, however, we're going to talk about movement of the spine, and this is particularly important for golfers, but really for all of us, because we're always reaching and bending, and you know, a lot of times what happens is we bend over and hurt our backs when we come back up, or sometimes when we bend down, because we don't really understand how our back is designed to move and to bend. So we have a whole bunch of vertebra here in the back. Those of you that have done any anatomy might remember it from school. We have 7 cervical, 12 thoracic, and 5 lumbar vertebra. And all these vertebrae move on top and underneath of each other. So each one of these vertebrae has joints where movement happens. The spine itself is a whole series of little cogwheels moving together. It's not one big thing that actually bends. It's dependent on every one of the little individual joints that we have on either side of the spine. So what I'd like you to do right now while you're sitting or standing there watching this video is place your fingertip, one of your fingertips, on the part of your back where you think your spine bends. So in other words, where are the joints of your spine? If you take your hand around to the back, you'll feel there are these sort of big bumpy things sticking out the back. It's almost like, you know, what the old dinosaurs looked like. You know, I can picture a big brontosaurus with their big plates on the back. Is that where the joint is of your spine? Is that where movement happens? Or maybe it's somewhere out to the side here. You can't really feel these things, but there are these big things that sort of stick out to the side. Is that where movement happens in the spine? Or maybe, you know, if you could put your finger through the center of your spine and you come to where these discs are here in the middle. So the discs, as we know, are the cushioning between the main bodies of the vertebra. So is that where movement happens? If you don't know, then how the heck are you moving your spine? It'd be like me trying to operate my iPhone without understanding how it works. I wouldn't do a very good job, right? Which I definitely have been known to do with my iPhone. So if you've ever broken something because you didn't understand how it worked, this is a really great example. If you don't know where your spine is designed to move, then chances are you're not going to be moving it very well. So I want you to take a look at this. I'm going to show you a little close-up of the joints of the spine. So here we are in the lower back. This is the lumbar spine. And here are these bumpy bones that kind of stick out the back. These are the ones you can feel with your fingertips. To the left and to the right of those bumpy bones are little joints. These are called facet joints. So this is actually where movement happens in the spine. If we come up to the mid back here, this is the thoracic spine. Under here is where the joint is. These are the facet joints of the thoracic spine. Now you'll notice that they're angled at different places. So what that means is that the back moves differently in different parts of the spine. So I'm going to put my spine down here and I'm going to give you your assignment for this week. So what I'd like you to do for this week is you're going to practice rotation in your mid-back, in your rib cage. So we saw where the joints were. They're actually on either side of the bumpy bones that you can feel. So they're about 1/2 inch to 1 inch out to the side and maybe 1 inch or so in. So you can't really touch those joints. When your spine moves, those joints slide over the top of each other. So you're just going to picture your ribs, which we're going to look at in the next video. So this is a little bit of an introduction. So you're going to picture your ribs, which come down to here and up behind your collarbones, rotating or twisting over the top of your pelvis. As you do that, can you imagine movement happening on either side of your spine, not right in the middle of it? So you saw where those joints were, right? And the joints are aligned in this part of your spine a little bit like this. They're almost vertical, the way that, you know, the wall is in front of you. So you're just gonna take your hands now, and as you rotate, you're gonna imagine those joints on either side of the middle of your spine sliding a little bit. Can you do that and keep your pelvis relatively still? That's a big movement that you need for golf. And come spring, it'll be really important for you to have really good rotation movement with good control. So that's what I want you to work on between now and when you see the next video, when we're going to talk about the ribs and the shoulder girdle. I'll see you next time.